Hey everyone, welcome back to Don't Fret. My name's Martin, and a little bit more of a somber video today because, well, we've just found out that we're going into a national lockdown here in England. From the 5th of November through to the 2nd of December, we are going to be fully locked down once again. And, well, nobody's looking forward to this, right? Straight off the bat, nobody is excited about the prospect of being locked down. They're closing all the leisure facilities. We can't meet with friends and family, apart from your support bubble. Access to non-essential retail, pubs, restaurants are closing. And if you are the owner or employee of any of those, then it also means it's going to be tough economically. Right? So it's quite funny seeing on social media that there's two different camps of people. Some people believe that, we shouldn't be locked down, that it's ridiculous. Some people think that we definitely should be locked down, that the rates are increasing at such a high rate that we need to be locked down. I'm not interested in sharing my opinion as to whether I believe we should or shouldn't. Quite honestly, I can't change it. The law is the law, the rules are the rules. I have no say whatsoever on whether we are going to be locked down or not. I'm simply a recipient, and I firmly believe that focusing on something that I can't change is futile. That is energy that I could be much better spent in other areas. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be tough. Right? What we do know is we've been in lockdown before, and we didn't know what to expect the first time. I don't know if we really saw it coming. I guess, I don't know about you, but for me, you could see it coming. You could see the cases rising, and it was like, oh, I guess we're going to lock down. But none of us knew what it meant. We had no benchmark. We had nothing to kind of play off to understand what lockdown was even going to mean the first time. And what happened was, alcohol consumption went up. And I saw some statistics on this that, retail alcohol sales increased massively, and they were wondering if it was just to offset the lack of alcohol that was being bought in, bars and pubs and whatnot. And as it turns out, it was actually more people were drinking at home alone for whatever reason, for boredom, to kind of escape some of the pains of what was going on. Mental health was a huge issue, right? For so many people, increased anxiety, increased depression. I believe, I don't believe, suicide rates went up. There was a lot of increased pain. And then we gradually started to get freedom again. And we're about to head back into lockdown. So our literal only experience of lockdown has been so much pain. So there's so much anxiety right now, so much kind of fear about this second lockdown, because the only benchmark we have was so horrific for so many people. And I'm no different, right? For the past kind of 4 or 5 years, I've had my own business, which has afforded me certain luxuries over the past 4 or 5 years in terms of kind of working from home and working to a schedule that's more or less my own. It's been really, really good. But that business is based on producing physical events. So when lockdown happened across the globe, I literally had nothing. I couldn't run events anymore. I went from a comfortable income to absolute dead zero in a heartbeat. most of my family lives on the Isle of Man. I live in Leeds, so I'm not going to be able to go and see them. I have a bubble situation with my partner, Rebecca, which I'm incredibly grateful for, but it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be tough. But I firmly believe with every fiber, every single fiber in my being, that there is opportunity in times of challenge. One of my heroes, Tony Robbins, talks so much about how he was beaten aggressively by his own mother as a child. And he talks very, very passionately about how he's actually incredibly grateful for those times because it's shaped him into the man that he's proud to be now, to do everything he can to help people that are suffering. That's a mission, right? And if it wasn't for COVID, I would not be doing this right now. That much I can guarantee. I would not have stepped into what I truly believe is my calling and my purpose, to work on men's mental health and men's emotional health stuff. And, you know, I'm not excited in any way, shape, or form to be moving towards this lockdown, but I firmly believe there is opportunity in this challenge. In fact, there's a Einstein quote that I think is perfect for this. The most important decision you'll ever make is whether you decide to live in a universe that is supportive and friendly, or one that is hostile and unkind. And let's look at the wording there. The most important decision you'll ever make. Right? It's a choice. That much is a choice. I'm not saying that your mental health is a choice. I'm not saying that depression, anxiety, believe me, if it was a choice, I would have chosen not to have had the years of depression that I've had. Trust me, I would choose that. But choosing whether you believe that the universe is ultimately a friendly or an unfriendly place is a choice. And if you can have the perspective that life happens for you and not to you, then this will start the reframe that you need to be able to change what this 28 days of lockdown can mean for you. And I absolutely firmly believe that it can be a sign of opportunity. There's so much stuff that you can do in 28 days. So much stuff. Do you know that you can break a bad habit in 28 days and replace it with a positive one? Like, it's amazing. You could take a course on Udemy. I've actually got a list of 10 things that you can do in 28 days, which I'm going to address tomorrow. So I know that I said that today I was going to record a video on goal setting. I said that we were going to do some goal setting exercise, do a goal setting workshop for the next 6 months, so we can set benchmarks. We can set 1 month goals, 90-day goals, 6-month goals, break it down and work towards it across 3 different categories of health, wealth and relationships. That was before we got the lockdown announcement. And you know, it's funny that I said in that video that we've no idea what's going to happen. So maybe benchmarking like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year goals, not so smart. Maybe 6 months was also a little fortuitive thinking. But we've got this opportunity. We've got this opportunity of 28 days that's marked out for us where we could choose to do something. So here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen if you will join me. Tomorrow, I'm going to record a video of 10 things that you can do in 28 days. 10 opportunities that you can dive into over the next 28 days of lockdown. And then so that's tomorrow, that's going to be Monday. And then on Tuesday, I'm actually going to do a live goal setting workshop where we look to take the opportunity of that 28 days, look at some goals, look at how we're going to kind of break down those goals so we can genuinely use this 28 days. We can use this opportunity. I'm going to use this opportunity. So I guess that's what I should say, is I am going to take this opportunity. I am going to create some habits. I'm going to make some commitments for this 28 days. And I invite you to join me in whatever way you want. My only request is that you commit to the 28 days. Don't say, you know, I'll do it for a few days and see how it feels. Commit, join me on that 20-day journey, and we'll see what kind of transformations we can have. And you know what? I always think with anything like this, they can seem scary at the start. Every adventure is scary. But it can also be fun, right? That's the whole point of having an adventure, is you don't know what's going to happen, but you're going to do it anyway. So let's go on a 28-day adventure together and see what we can do. So tomorrow, 10 potential habits or 10 potential things that we could do for those 28 days. And I'll see you tomorrow where we break them down. Bye!